All right, folks, welcome back. I am Sheepdog Smokey, and we're looking at, honestly, the continuation of just the most insane story that's ever happened. This is just another chapter in the book that proves liberals hate anyone who doesn't obey them. Right now, we have Chick Fil A no longer in plans for Buffalo Airport due to LGBTQ issues. Now, if you've ever been to a Chick Fil A, everyone there is among the nicest people that you will ever meet. And they don't care who you are. They're there to provide you with some of the best tasting food you'll ever eat. And that's all there is to it. I know for a fact they would not refuse service to someone based on LGBTQ issues. They would not refuse to hire someone on those issues. The core of this is that Dan Cathy, the current CEO, I believe still current CEO, expressed his personal beliefs, and the left went insane, saying that because one person who happens to work for the company personally believes something, that means the entire company is run on those beliefs, and it's not. Go into a Chick Fil A, order food. They will serve it to you with a smile. I dare anybody to openly go into Chick Fil A and say, "Yeah, I'm lesbian. I'm gay. I'm transgender. You won't serve me, so I'm walking out." They'll smile at you and say, "That's not true at all. What can I get for you today?" They're never going to do that. We have a story about a man who went from riches to rags because he posted a video where he openly berates a young woman in the drive-thru because he drives through to get free water to cost them money, to take money away from them and their horrible, hateful business. And he berates this woman on the video and then posts it, and his life is ruined because he chose to be a hateful scumbag to a young woman just doing her job. Now we'll look at this one. Chick Fil A will not be coming to the new Buffalo Niagara International Airport, according to Assemblyman Sean Ryan, Democrat, New York 149. Delaware North, the company that runs the food operations at the Western New York Airport, had plans to renovate the food options by adding a Chick Fil A. The Niagara Frontier Transportation Authority approved tentative plans Thursday for the progress to move forward. Ryan voiced concerns Thursday, asking the NFTA to reverse its decision. He stated that an anti-LGBTQ company should not be allowed to operate in a taxpayer-funded public facility. Ryan posted the following disappointment on Twitter. "I was disappointed to learn of the NFTA's decision to introduce Chick Fil A as a restaurant option at the Buffalo Niagara International Airport. Chick Fil A has a long history of supporting and funding anti-LGBTQ organizations. In fact, the San Antonio City Council recently rejected a plan to open a Chick Fil A at the San Antonio International Airport due to the company's discriminatory advocacy. The company is not. The people who have the right to be free, who happen to work for the company, have personal beliefs. Can I bar liberals from working in my city because they hate the Second Amendment? Can I ban liberals from being in the train station areas where it is a public area because they hate that I wear clothing that openly supports the Second Amendment, the current president, and more? No, they would say, I have a right to free speech. I have a right to believe what I want. But apparently the people working for Chick Fil A don't. As a state entity, the NFTA has a responsibility to avoid doing business with corporations who fund hateful and divisive groups. Again, go to Chick Fil A. You'll find that they are the best people on the planet. I strongly urge the NFTA to reverse this decision. I'm not reading the rest of his crap. By Friday afternoon, and nyup.com, you need to work on your cookies and your pop downs. By Friday afternoon, Ryan said the airport notified him that the fast food chain will not be included as a part of the airport project. A publicly financed facility like the Buffalo Niagara International Airport is not the appropriate venue for a Chick Fil A restaurant. Ryan's statement read, "I applaud the decision that has been made to remove Chick Fil A from the plans for this project. We hope in the future the NFTA will make every effort to contract with businesses that adhere to anti-discrimination policies. He's discriminating while touting anti-discrimination. And we're confident another vendor who better represents the value of Western New York community will replace Chick Fil A as a part of this project in the very near future. Now, he mentioned San Antonio. Let's look at what's happening in San Antonio. Ken Paxton, my state attorney general, is investigating San Antonio for banning Chick Fil A from its airport. CNN, the Texas Attorney General is investigating whether the city of San Antonio violated Chick Fil A's religious liberty when it banned the fast food chain from its airport. Last week, the San Antonio City Council approved a new concessions contract for the San Antonio International Airport on the condition that Chick Fil A be excluded. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton slammed the city's decision as discriminatory and inconsistent with the Constitution and Texas law. He echoed that thought in a tweet, substituting waffle fries for the famous cannon in the Gonzales flag used during the Texas Revolution. I have to admit, Attorney General Paxton, please make that into a flag and fly it over every San Antonio Chick-fil-A. I will drive down to go to them. I want that flag. I do love my state. The city of San Antonio's decision to exclude Chick-fil-A based on the religious beliefs associated with the company and its owners is the opposite of tolerance. It's discriminatory and not only out of step with Texas values, but inconsistent with the Constitution and Texas law. The Constitution's protection of religious liberty is somehow even better than Chick-fil-A's chicken, Paxton wrote in a Thursday letter to the San Antonio mayor and city council. Unfortunately, I have serious concerns that both are under assault at the San Antonio airport. CNN has reached out to the office of San Antonio Mayor Ron Nierenberg for a response. Councilman Roberto Trevino, who made the motion to exclude Chick-fil-A, said San Antonio does not tolerate, quote, anti-LGBTQ behavior. Councilman Trevino, go to a Chick-fil-A. Ask them, will you serve this gay person? Will you serve this transgender person? Will you serve this confused teen who doesn't know what they are? Every single answer will be, yes, we'll be happy to serve you some of the best chicken on the planet. How can I help you today? They'll tell you it is their pleasure to serve every single person who comes into their restaurant. It should not matter in any way, shape, form, or fashion what charity organizations the company may partner with, because I can guarantee you they're not out slamming the LGBTQ community. They're partnering with charities who happen to be associated with churches. Dan Cathy is not out there actively putting lesbians and gay men and transgender people in concentration camps. He said his personal belief based on his religious beliefs, which are constitutionally protected. With this decision, the City Council reaffirmed the work our city has done to become a champion of equality and inclusion, unless you happen to be Christian. San Antonio is a city full of compassion, but not for Christians, and we do not have room in our public facilities for a business with a legacy of anti-LGBTQ behavior. You can't prove any of that, Mayor Nierenberg. Trevino said in a March 21st statement, everyone has a place here, not religious people, and everyone should feel welcome when they walk through our airport. Not Christians, Councilman Trevino. I don't feel welcome in a city in my own state because you're saying that my personal beliefs are reason that for you to discriminate against me. Councilman Trevino, I am a Christian. As such, I believe that homosexuality is an abomination before God. Are you telling me that if I happen to own a restaurant or newsstand or other business that might take up residence in an airport, you're going to tell me that I'm not allowed to because of my religious beliefs that are protected by the Constitution? I would love to hear an answer from Councilman Trevino on if he's going to just scrutinize the living crap out of every other business and discriminate against all of them who have a Christian in their organization or happen to have donated to a church charity in any way. In response to CNN on Friday, Trevino said, I'm confident that we have followed all our rights and laws as given to us as a city council, and we did everything by the book. In a separate letter Thursday, Paxton also requested the U.S. Department of Transportation open an investigation into whether San Antonio's decision to ban Chick Fil A from its airport violated federal law. The Transportation Department did not immediately return CNN's request for comment. CNN has also reached out to Chick Fil A for a comment. Chick Fil A has come under fire from supporters of same-sex marriage in recent years after its president, Dan Cathy, said the company supported the biblical definition of the family unit. Think Progress, a left-leaning website, reported last week that Chick Fil A donated $1.8 million in 2017 to groups with a discriminatory record against the LGBTQ community. The company responded, saying in a statement that to suggest our efforts in supporting these organizations was focused on suppressing a group of people is misleading and inaccurate. Nierenberg, who's up for re-election, people of San Antonio, do you want a bigot running your city? Defended his vote, supporting the motion during a mayoral debate last week. There are people in the community that are uncomfortable with Chick Fil A, Nierenberg said. And I would ask you, have you ever tried to buy waffle fries on a Sunday? They're closed. 15% of sales generated in the airport come on a Sunday. Mayor Nierenberg, I'm honestly shocked that anyone could rise to the position of the mayor of one of the largest cities in Texas without understanding the Constitution says you cannot discriminate based on religious grounds. Will you have a Muslim-owned business in your airport? You do realize that in the Bible, it says that it is an abomination before God. It also says, judge not lest you be judged. As a Christian, we are called to witness. We are called to reach out and teach and show love and compassion, but also not to ignore sin. But look at what happens in other countries that are run under Sharia or Muslim law, where homosexuals are buried in the street up to the neck and stones thrown at their heads until they die. Does that sound tolerant towards the LGBTQ community? I doubt it. I know it doesn't in my mind. But I can pretty much bet if a Muslim wanted to open up a business in the San Antonio or in the new Niagara Airport, their cities would not hesitate to welcome them with open arms. So why is it that only Christians are discriminated against? I have a theory, but I'd like to hear yours. I've talked long enough on this, so make sure and let me know what you think in the comments below. Keep it classy and civil. We do not learn from arguments. We learn from a debate. Bring your A game, I'll bring mine. And I promise you, I may go days or weeks before I comment back because I'm researching and I'm pulling up source material to throw back with my rebuttals. And I hope you do the same. I have a lot of fun in debates, especially when I'm debating someone who brings their A game and debates the side I'm not supporting. It's a lot of fun to me, honestly. But also make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe so you stay up to date with all of the content, and you make sure you're notified when some of the new content that doesn't focus on news stories starts to be posted. Until then, everyone have a wonderful day and a wonderful week.